Hi again, guys. It's just me, Kwite, walking into the camera frame from Insomnia 65 Gaming Festival. A convention I went with my friends, or at least the people I thought were my friends. That was the last event my friends deigned to even go to with me. Isn't that really crazy, guys? I had a really good time over in the UK, hanging out with iFlabber, James Flaming Chariot, and several alternate versions of myself. It was a really good time, and I just couldn't wait to go back to the country and do it all over again, and to see my friends all over again. Well, that is until they decided to do all the cool stuff without me as soon as I left, excluding me from our friendship forever. If you guys don't know, I left to come back to the cursed land of the United States of America on the 31st of the month of the great ruler Augustus, aptly named August. Except I missed my flight back home and woke up feeling as stupid as one of those poor souls unlucky enough to get hit with a Falcon Punch on Smash Online. But you know what all my friends were planning on doing the exact same day that I left? Because I didn't until recently. All of those skunk humpers over in the UK decided that when I left, it would be the perfect time to go to Morgz Fest. And they didn't even tell me. Well, I mean, they did tell me, I just wasn't listening. But if they had taken the time to tell me 24/7 that they were going to Morgz Fest, then I still would probably have ignored them. But looking at what was at Morgz Fest, I am absolutely furious that I missed out. Because as you all know, I am the absolute biggest fan of Morgz. I even made a whole video saying that I had a problem with him, wherein I didn't actually have a problem with him. And I was just making jokes about how he doesn't respect his mother enough because he pulled a fake prank on her. Speaking of that video, since I probably won't have another place to put or use this singular image anywhere else, the thumbnail I ended up using for that video was much different than the one I originally intended on using. I ended up just using a content-aware scaled image of poor Morgz' face, but I really wanted to put the Brendan Fraser blazed off your ass while also crying about your dead wife and missing children's eyes on top of the content-aware scaled image. So here's the original version of the picture. It's stunning, isn't it? God, it makes me feel like how Jeffrey Epstein must have felt the night after he agreed to testify. But yes, as I was saying, I am the biggest fan in the world of Morgz Television Hudson. That's his real middle name. Don't look it up, please. And I was absolutely heartbroken when my friends decided to go on to his very own event on the very same day that I was leaving to go home. I mean, just look at what they were getting to do that I was missing out on. The list of features is extensive. It was gonna have the world's largest inflatable obstacle course, the Labyrinth, which I would have excelled at because I could float over and or slither through all the obstacles due to my lack of legs, and thanks to my incredibly malleable fabric body, it does have its benefits. There was gonna be a Morgz versus his mom head-to-head event live on the stage show, and tons of other unspecified things that the trailer said were going to happen that I didn't get to see, because the website no longer has those other features listed since the fest is technically over. But while the physical festival itself may already be over, the event is just getting started. It's as I said, commentators from every shithole in England, mostly from London to be fair, have converged en masse into Sheffield in a large-scale YouTuber migration event, the likes of which is only seen a few times a year, like when TanaCon threatens to implode on itself. These YouTubers all had one goal: infiltrate MorgzCon and bang a video out of it that would get them mad views, mad subscribers, and more importantly, mad money. At least that's what I do. But it seems karma had it coming for the lot of them who chose to go and meet my favorite YouTuber and run the obstacle course themselves without me, as fate did not smile upon them that day as they were blacklisted from entering the event. From the mouth of the mighty Fraser McDonald himself, Fraser McDonald, August 31st. Me and James are now off to Morgz Fest, September 1st. Update, I have been banned from Morgz Fest, September 1st again. Video on my disaster of a trip to Morgz Fest tomorrow. It still boggles my mind that Fraser had his name legally changed to Paul Orgies. He's really dedicated to that whole Stan account thing, isn't he? Also, I'd like to mention that Fraser said he would be releasing a video the next day on September 1st. And my friend, you ended up releasing your video on September 3rd. But nice try, iNabber. Not only are you a fake friend, but you're a fake creator. All you do is lie! Eleanor Neal, I think, had the right idea when speculating over why iHamburger wasn't allowed into the fabled Morgz Fest. I mean, you are a grown man attending a festival for minors. I am a minor. A minor inconvenience. Wahey! That's a sick burn, mate! Send that man to a crematorium, because you might as well just incinerate the rest of it. Apparently, James and Fraser were far from the only people to not be allowed into Morgz Fest, as one Willy Peace Sniffer was the first out of the group to get his video on Morgz Fest out. And despite his best efforts of getting a VIP, being paranoid that he wouldn't be allowed entry and buying a bunch of normal tickets just in case he got rejected, dressing up as an elderly couple with a baby doll to try and get inside in order to get around any adult must be accompanied by a child rule, and even despite the best efforts of the mastermind himself, Nico Amalana, it was to no avail. Will was thwarted at every turn, and apparently so was every other commentary goon who tried to get in. Niall, Matthew, James, Fraser, Will, you name it, none of them were successful. Also, apparently some other guy completely unrelated to any of those is appearing in court because apparently he attacked 2 security guards working the event. Very classy, man. You are a dumbass. You make friends with the security guards so they let you in, not punch them. So in the end, I guess everybody that was going to the event without me, like the traitors they are, ended up getting the same experience that I did by staying home. None at all. But luckily, like Will said, there was many an inside agent who documented the events themselves and uploaded the footage to YouTube. One of them being this absolute legend, the Flame Blazer dude, a child Willy has accidentally given a career, thanks to the kid's Morgz vlog being heavily used during Will's own video. And I gotta say, this kid's thank you video to Will is just the most wholesome thing ever.
So I have a massive thank you to say to this guy, Willy.
God bless this kid, man. He deserves the world. He's already got more than the world, though, because he's got a Gucci shirt on. He's already living it up and is more successful than me. Secure the bag by any means necessary. But let's look at some other random person's Morgz vlog. Morgz is such a fucking tongue twister. But hopefully by watching one of those, we can understand through that what it's like to be a human fetus once more. Aha! This Raza kid here should do just fine.
Hey YouTube, it's Rosa. I'm at Morgz and it looks incredible.
I don't know if incredible is how I would describe how Morgz looks. More like if Coachella was a front for a crack den. But hey, sometimes that's what people are into. And if Breaking Bad is your thing, then so it is.
This is the Labyrinth, which is the biggest inflatable course in the world. It's absolutely massive, and it's amazing that Morgz managed to get it for us.
I love how he talks as if Morgz is his best mate, like, he got it for us, like, specifically for me, not for y'all. It's my world's largest inflatable obstacle course. Keep your lower class hands off it, you plebeian swine. Ah, that's not how he said it at all, I'm just busting his balls. Homie said he was gonna go through the obstacle course, which is probably the closest I'm going to get to being able to float the damn thing, so let's hope there's some good content we can rip the spleen out of on that one. Ah, jeez, I really do gotta hand it to this guy. From the get-go, he's already falling behind all of these very small and delicate children. It's pretty clear to see that he just absolutely hulks over them and could stampede to the damn thing like the higher life form he is to these ants. But he's just letting them go and win the race. True modesty. If that were me, I would have been using my incredibly superior and alpha male physique to punt those little suckers to the dark side of the moon. Let the goddess Celine deal with their asses while I prove myself to be the undisputed winner of this race. Half the vlog is literally just the raw footage of him going through the obstacle course. It's just 5 straight minutes of rainbow-colored and epilepsy-inducing inflatables zigzagging in and out. Sounds like this belongs less at a kids event and more like in a mad scientist laboratory. And the devil himself appears! He rises out of the depths of hell, contained by the ropes of his pentagram to greet his worshippers, all ready to answer and heed his signature call of buy my merch. Speaking of which, I do have merch on the way. Stay tuned, I swear it's coming. I know I've been teasing it for a while, but it is happening soon. Man, I feel bad for Morg's mom. I mean, not that bad, but isn't it weird to think that she had a name at some point, that she was more than just a title to the masses, an underling to her own offspring. She was once a person with a life, dreams, ambitions, whereas now she's been relegated and downgraded to just being really rich. Also, gotta say, that high five technique was grade A stuff from both our cameraman Raza, Morgz's mom, and Big Martin over here. They've all been practicing, it seems, to avoid the trauma that is having to be PewDiePie when he went on Conan. And there he goes, right up the slide. That shit is gonna take him 5 minutes to finish. But how much do you want to bet he won't even be coming out the other side? That's really why he bought that behemoth of an inflatable. It was actually his getaway plan in the event of an emergency. He heard that Willy was at the gate and had been rejected 3 times from getting in. And now Mr. Longnose is punting the plastic baby he was holding to try and get in. Morgz is scared of the aggression he may incur, and he makes a break for it. Terrified of the wrath of the mighty Minecraft Steve. Original joke, please laugh.
Morgz' mom! Hiya!
Ah, what a humble soul. Even at a death race to the finish line with her own son, she takes the time to say hello to the people that got her where she is. And to her credit, she's blazing through that obstacle course despite those minor distractions. It seems like nothing can stop good old Jill. She is a trooper in every aspect of her life. Later, we find that Morgz was the Hudson to emerge from the other side of the obstacle course as the victorious one in the end. This is sad for us, as Morgz' mom will always be the fan favorite here on the Kwite YouTube channel. All dissenters to this opinion will be dealt with promptly. Man, that's a wild-ass crowd, and there's nothing even on the stage yet. It's just a looping video on a screen. Coachella, Reading, EDC, Burning Man, I don't care what festival you name, none of them have a single damn thing on Morgz Fest. Bro, the crowds at Morgz Fest are crazy, dog. Ain't no one rolling up to that place thinking they're gonna challenge Morgz' vicious army of Super Kid fans. But that's no matter. Either way, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like, and if you're new, subscribe with notifications on. Please, I'm begging you. This makes it day 3 and daily uploads, boys. Let's hope we can keep the streak up. If you guys have any ideas for stuff, please leave them in the comments. I would really appreciate them. I am a creative void of nothingness. I have a podcast with Wild Spartans and FPS Diesel called Loudmouse. We upload 1 new episode every week on Saturdays, and we're up on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, and YouTube. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Kwite to find out when I'm going live. Gonna be streaming more since I am back home. You can also subscribe to my second channel, Quote. I should be uploading there more pretty soon. You can follow me on Twitter at Kwite and on Instagram at Kwite.png. Links to both of those in the description below. And lastly, I also have a Discord server. Links out in the description as well if you're interested. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I will see you guys next time.